This is TWiT.
All right. Google's taking the chocolate, that's Duo, and the peanut butter, that's Meet, and putting them together. Google's doing the thing where it's like, we got these two things, and we want them to be the same thing. And they're doing it with Duo and Meet. The combined platform will be called Google Meet.
What?
Which we already know what Google Meet is. As we know, Duo is kind of like the social video kind of platform, calling app, that sort of thing. Meet has been more for like professional groups and conference calling, that sort of stuff. Now it'll be consolidated, but it's still kind of confusing because Google Meet's features will be added to Duo, right? This is like first step. And then later in the year, the Duo app will be automatically updated and renamed to Google Meet. with everything combined. So it's like you got your Meet over here, and then all those features are going into Duo. When that happens, the old app, the app that is Google Meet now, will turn into something called Meet Original. And so then you're using Duo. Yeah, then you're using Duo with Meet features. And then at some point, they're going to phase out Meet Original, and Duo will get an update, and it'll turn into Google Meet again. So Google just loves to make these things just kind of a little confusing. I'm sure they have their reasons, but I feel like we've seen this a few times before.
Someone on Twitter, Adam J on Twitter, flagged someone else's post for me on Twitter, a guy by the name of Dare Obanzanjo, who said Google has a meta problem it couldn't solve by creating yet another messaging app.
That's true. Yeah. So I don't know. This kind of reminds me of the wallet, the Google Wallet, Google Pay, GPay, back and forth, ping pong match, where it's like, okay, now it's over here, but it's got the name of the thing that it came from, but that only happened eventually. It also reminds me of the story that we're about to talk about after this. But do you think it's a good move to consolidate Meet and Duo? They do serve different purposes, but they kind of revolve around the same thing, the video streaming technology. So what do you think?
I kind of hate this, honestly. Like and for that reason, so I say that because like I know at first with Duo, I think whenever it was announced at Google I/O, it was kind of like, oh, good, yet another video thing. But I think as I get older and crankier in my developer years, I kind of feel like things that have different demographics and different use cases are best served by being separate apps. Like everything all in the same pot, I feel like generally tends to water things down, jack of all trades, master of none kind of thing. And I think in certain situations it makes sense. Like I've actually kind of really gotten into Duo a lot, especially like now my sister had her first kid and we live far away, to use Duo to like talk to her and my little niece. And a lot of the features that are kind of really delightful about Duo, like the pre-call, like, like video, and just some of like the features which are more actually on the level like Snapchat, like there's tons of filters and cute little things and messages you can send back and forth. They are very geared towards like one-on-one conversations, and kind of more in-depth, silly often, but kind of in-depth conversation. And then I was actually on Google Meet for like 5 hours today, and I can't imagine the same app serving both these purposes, because Google Meet, it is good for certain things. Like it's good for, large discussions. It's got like things like the hand raising gesture and like the separate chat. It's very much like a Zoom thing. And I don't know, I just don't like it, like as a developer and as a user, when you try to cram everything into the same app, something is not going to work. There's just too many features. Like, how do you surface things that will work for your specific user and their specific use case? I mean, it can be done, but this doesn't feel like it. This feels like, hey, let's just have less things to like name. Let's have new Meet and Meet Classic, and then y'all figure it out later. And I don't really like it, but I'm also a little biased because I've really liked using Duo for the purposes that I think it was intended for. So
Meet is the business in front. Duo is the party in back.
Oh man!
Right?
Oh my God! Just call it Mullet,
Jason.
Meatlet. Mullet.
Meatlet.
Doesn't even sound. That's like the butchery app. Never mind.
But,
oh gosh.
But in all seriousness, like that's kind of what you're describing, right? Like Duo.
Yeah, a little bit, I guess.
Duo has kind of like a playfulness to it, and has features that are really great for person to person. That's what it was designed to be. And then Meet is really designed for kind of like that business thing. And they are two very different things. Even though they're at their core, it's still video calling. And that's kind of their point is, well, they're two video calling apps. Why can't they be the same thing? But I'll be really curious to see how they retain the playfulness of Duo while also retaining the seriousness of Meet in the same app environment without crossing the streams. Or maybe they cross the streams. I don't know. But how is that going to look? I'm not sure.
Can't cross the streams, Jason. You know that. You know.
I know. They say don't.
I don't have to tell you twice.
But some rules were meant to be broken, Ron. So, yes, the Google Mullet. That's what they should have called it, the Google Mullet.
Oh,
I like that.
That's not good. That's not good. Imagine what that app icon looks like for the Google Mullet.
Oh,
right?
I can imagine. I can see it right now. I like it.